Is it just me, or does anyone else here feel the need for a break? The combination of offices, meetings, schools, and exams is incredibly exhausting. Seriously, waking up at 6 a.m. as a teenager, it's like trying to convince a dog to take a bath. Just plain wrong. By the time my school day wraps up, my energy levels are so low that I could power a nightlight for a hamster. But wait, there's a good news. Choithram group of institutions, which includes schools, colleges, and a hospital, is on a mission. A mission to cut electricity usage by 20% and save energy. Big shout out to them for stepping up as the eco warriors of our time. When we think of energy conservation, we often picture a need to save limited resources or switch to renewable ones. However, we often overlook the energy that resides within us. To make my point more clear, I would quote that: save that energy today, because tomorrow you'll need that energy to energize yourself. For instance, I find myself chatting a lot, particularly with my trusted friends. While these conversations are enjoyable, these lead to a considerable drain on my productive energy. This energy should be safeguarded and used for more significant pursuits like reading would certainly be beneficial, or if you're looking for a more intricate challenge, try developing sustainable and efficient innovations. Now, every action has equal and opposite reaction. The invigorating atmosphere, picturesque landscapes, breathtaking vistas, and tranquil sunsets will subsequently assist you in energizing yourself. Healing power of nature is indeed a popular theory. CBSE students are well aware of it, aren't you? Nevertheless, the intent behind this discourse is to highlight the alarming pace at which the energy is consumed, surpassing the rate of production. It calls to mind a wise saying by Mahatma Gandhi: "The world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed." Now, looking at the data concerning human energy levels, we observe that we commence the day with full rigor, ready to face the world with 100% energy. By midday, this level diminishes to 70% and 40% by evening, and ultimately dropping to 10% at night, which is often used for scrolling through Instagram. And now, the data concerning nature's energy consumption. Several surveys indicate that if you assume that 100 units of energy is produced, a person on a given day consumes 30% of that energy, 30 units. Now, the world population of 8 billion people increasing daily, and the consumption rate escalating from fraction of a percent to 1.5% to 2.2%. This seemingly minimal rate leads to a daunting forecast that reserves and resources will be severely insufficient by the year 2050. Now, the cause for these problems are increase in number of crying babies, increase in number of crying youth, and thus increase in energy demanded, both nature's energy and human energy. The effects of these are well known to you. Again, air pollution, water pollution, land degradation, ozone layer depletion, carbon emission, etc. I mean, this was the same answer I wrote in grade 1 and few days ago in my grade 12 pre-boards. Wow, I didn't score well. Now, looking at the proposed solutions, once again we encounter a well mugged up definition of sustainable development. All of you have it on your tips by now, but just in case, I'll repeat it for you. A development that meets the need of present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own. This definition has been constant, echoing what has been taught since elementary school, yet nothing changes. Because, kal ho na ho. This viewpoint is fundamentally flawed. The future isn't as far as you think. And when I ask you to focus on grade 1, it is for a couple of reasons. First off, this issue of climate change is so glaringly obvious that from toddlers to great organizations like United Nations. The SDG 13 that advocates for climate action is incredibly vital. Second, we've been asking the same question for years now, and the answer is still as stale as last week's bread. Ew, no progress in sight. And third, come on folks, take some action, trim down that syllabus, or else it will just keep ballooning. Today it is global warming, tomorrow it will be ocean acidification, thawing permafrost, and raging forest fires. Before you know it, you will need a PhD just to understand your silly homework. And now the solution isn't as simple as turning off that tap while brushing your teeth, nor is it as complicated as incineration, turning waste into electricity like some mad scientist. Sure, you can do both, no offense, but let's look at small steps that pack a punch. For starters, when you are driving, roaming around with your friends and hit a red light that feels like it lasts an eternity, turn off that engine, give that poor machine a little break. I need one too. You might also want to think about carpooling. It's a smart way to save money, lower your carbon footprint, and make friends if you're a bit shy. And don't forget, walking just a kilometer could do wonders for your belly fat. Now take a look at these numbers. If you use AC for 1 hour a day, you could be consuming 1 unit of electricity. The thumb rule is like 1 hour of AC, 1 unit of electricity, 1 kg of CO2, and 300 years of global warming. Doing some basic mathematics, unitary methods, if you use AC for 10 hours a day, you could be producing about 3,000 to 5,000 kgs of CO2 each year. Well, I'm not asking you to sweat yourself up in 50 degrees Celsius, which is also a gift from us, but setting the AC to chilly 18 to 20 degrees Celsius and wearing that thick cozy blanket is really a crime. Instead, opt for lighter bed sheet and switch the temperature to 26 degrees or higher. That is doable. Come on. And if you do that, you could be saving up to 40 to 50% of that energy. That is 2,500 units of electricity would be saved. This would not only lower your carbon footprint, but also lower your dad's electricity bill. And now, switch to solar panels. Funny thing, if you switch to solar panels, you will not only power your home with electricity, with sun, but also save electricity and brighten planet's future. Funny. Sure, splurging onto solar panels at first might feel like a hefty hit to your pocket at first, but trust me, your future selves will be sending you thank you notes. But remember, just slapping some solar panel on your rooftop doesn't mean you can run a disco every night. You've got to be smart about how you use that energy. Now coming back to human energy conservation, instead of conserving it, think of converting it. When studying feels like a drag, try that disco night. Use your physical energy to rejuvenate your mental one. To wrap it up, let's channel our inner Jim Collins. If you can't change your people, change your people. Save your energy. Don't waste it on wrong people. I would add, if you can't change your resources, change your resources. Start by using what you have efficiently, and if that doesn't work, switch to renewable options. We must leave behind our future generation a healthy planet. So start taking action from today itself before it is too late. Material or clean air to breathe. Choose your legacy. Thank you.